I've actually really enjoyed the challenge. And I think that's why we do this. I think we do endurance sport and we put ourselves out there competitively because it's hard and because we like the challenge. We like problem solving. We like trying to figure out, how do I get myself to this place? Came back from Naples. Training was going really well. I was feeling super positive, did a bunch of really specific long runs on the course for the 50k, did 1 or 2 uphill workouts for the uphill trial as well, but really with the main focus being this 50k. Did a bunch of early morning 30k long runs at intensity on the course, was feeling really, really strong. Training was stacking well. The uphill trial race day sort of rolled around. It was an evening race, so I really had to sort of keep myself a little bit busy, mentally at the very least, throughout the day. And there were a few distractions, sheep-related distractions.
The kids just phoned and 3 of the boys got out onto the road.
Let's go and tend to some sheep.
Dry and sunny with highest temperatures of 12 to 18 degrees.
This is 2FM.
I'd been a complete bag of nerves all day, way more than I really had been for a race in a long time. And the trial races do this to you. It like really has to be, you have a very short period of time to perform and to prove yourself in these trial races. Drove over, I can see Jouse, it's all lining up. I'm feeling good, but I'm feeling like a ball of nerves, feeling like I want to just get up that mountain, roll into Crone, start to see some familiar faces, have the chats, go for a warm-up, and before you know it, we're racing. The race is fast from the gun. As expected, you're straight to the red line in these uphill races. There was a very, very short sort of runnable climb at the start, and then we are straight into it. Steep climb. It's about a 3.5 minute effort, 3 minute effort. It is 400 meters with about 200 meters of climbing. I think it averages about 20 or 25%. It is so steep, but I was feeling like I was in a groove in that. I was just behind Zach, who's a pro trail runner for New Balance, one of the best to ever do it in Ireland. Short descent on the technical trail, out onto the trail at Ride Rock, back onto the Wicklow Way. So I start to take it up there. Aaron comes past me on that section, and then we start to approach the descent down into the Dargle, which is the last little bit of it's the last punctuation mark before the real climb starts up Jouse from the river to the summit. As soon as we crest round the corner, start to descend down to the left, I take a line, like a direct line on the left-hand side, and I say to Aaron, I come by him about 2 seconds into the descent, and I say, follow my line. I start to blitz down this technical section, bouncing from rock to rock, feeling really good. I do have a moment in my head where I'm like, fuck, I feel a little bit out of control here. I roll my ankle. That's the end of my race. I could sense it straight away. And I'm sitting there on this section and Aaron's like, what's happened? What's happened? And I'm like, I rolled my fucking ankle. And he's like, get up, come on. We've got a race. And I like sort of try and stand up and I try and waddle after him, and it becomes very apparent very quickly that I'm not going to be able to run on that ankle. It's a beautiful spring evening on the side of Jouse. I had just G'd myself up for this race, caffeine coursing through my veins, and then all of a sudden just absolute stillness. We go from chaos to stillness in 2 seconds. And it's this really weird moment in time where I'm sitting there and I was racing 10 seconds ago, and now I'm out of the race. I'm thinking, oh my God, has this actually just happened? Have I actually just DNF'd a trial because I've rolled my ankle? Like, this is worst case scenario. And I'm also thinking, I have a 50k to run in 7 days' time. That's what's sort of going through my head straight away. So I sort of carefully waddle down to the river, put my ankle in the river, watch the rest of the competitors go by. I say a bit of well dones and stuff like that, but really I'm just completely heartbroken. I'm sitting there in my race kit, still caffeined up, and my ankle in this river, and I'm like, I feel completely useless is one of the words that springs to mind. I see that Adam has just come to the top of the descent section. He kind of gets an earful all the way back to the car. And my day was a total fucking waste because I'm like nervous as hell. Like doubting every single calorie I put in my body because I'm like, am I going to see this calorie again at the top on the side of Joust? This is going to absolutely wreck my race. But there are worse places to be in a strop.
How bad did it feel when you went over on it? Like,
Oh, I heard it like...
This is such BS. All the training and sacrifice just flew out of the window with one step that I've done millions of times. The frustration is unbearable, the anger is rage. Why the hell did this happen? Makes no damn sense. Forgive my venting, but what's the purpose of social media if I won't bring this to you? No real image. Feels good to vent, let it out, to feel as if this was the worst thing ever. Because after all the venting, the real perspective sets in. There are far greater issues and challenges in the world. Stop feeling sorry for yourself, find the silver lining and get to work with the same belief, same drive and same conviction as ever. If you see me in a fight with a bear, pray for the bear. Kobe Bryant, 13th of April 2013.
Kitchen sink is what's going through my mind. I am throwing the kitchen sink at this. I'm doing everything right. So leg elevated, leg iced, everything that I can possibly do to try and make this ankle heal up or as soon as possible, but it becomes very apparent very quickly that racing on this ankle is just not gonna happen. I booked a physio, went to a foot and ankle specialist physio on Monday, like the earliest appointment I could possibly get. I went to my own physio on Tuesday. They both agreed on the diagnosis.
It looks very stable.
It just feels like limited, like the next, like there. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
When you go then to a grade 2, or even a little bit more laxity, you're looking at kind of between a 2 to 6 week kind of time frame. So you're into your grade 2. You're at the very beginning of a grade 2. So I don't think you're a 6 week at all. I think another week or so and you will feel immeasurably better than you are now. And we're probably going to be back out running at that stage. But what we will need to do is just watch the type of running you're doing for the first week or so.
yeah. So with that in mind, that shifts my approach for the following 2 or 3 weeks. How do I maintain or build on the fitness that I have built? Because I was in the shape of my life. I'm not even that interested in maintaining fitness. I want to build fitness. So how do I go about doing that? I do heaps on the bike. I do loads of cross training. I get in the pool. I get in the gym. 6 by 3 minutes. Oh, it's fucked up, man.
You won't twist your ankle again?
Oh no, fuck no. So I did send a letter to the High Performance Committee of IMRA asking to be considered for selection regardless of the fact that I wasn't going to be able to attend the trial. So I went to the Morris Mullins. It was a difficult watch, but Luke and Enda are 2 lads that I've trained with, almost exclusively done long runs with these 2 lads, and like sort of being there and watching them and cheering them on is an important part of it for me. We are training partners, we're friends, we're obviously competitors, but it's about so much more than race results. We spend hours together every Sunday, so I wanted to be there for the guys. It was a very tough watch, watching the guys absolutely rip it. Enda and Luke both had incredible runs. Luke won, Enda was like less than a minute behind him. Sent like incredible runs. They were both underneath the qualifying standard as well of 4 hours, 5 minutes. Just spectacular runs from the lads. And that was a very hard watch. I did not hang around long afterwards because I wanted to get away from that environment, to be honest. Because in my mind, I was no longer an injured runner. I was focused, like so focused and driven by this process of building fitness that I didn't feel like if you're injured, people often like sort of ask questions as if you have an illness or if you're an invalid or something. Like, in my mind, I was training harder than I had for the whole training block just with these new focuses and giving the body this new stimulus. I was absolutely exhausted and felt like an athlete, but gave my congratulations to the lads, took a couple of videos, and I was gone. I then did get a call from the head of high performance from IMRA.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm not too bad. How are you?
Good. I'm fine, thanks. Just had our call last night with the HP team just to do a debrief on Saturday's race and everything else. And we'd really like you to run on the team.
So when I got that call, I was a bit unsure, to be totally honest. I wanted to sort of go away with it. Obviously, I wanted to be on the team. It's something that was obviously the main focus. But when your country calls, you answer. So we're going to Slovenia for the 50k. The sort of reload period now over the past little while has been really good. I've been getting back, did sort of a return to run on the treadmill, still supplementing with over 300 kilometers on the bike in the week, then started to take it outdoors, and I've slowly been able to ramp up the volume over the last little while to the point where this weekend just gone, I had a really good training weekend and did my longest long run. We did about 36k. I think I've actually really enjoyed the challenge, and I think that's why we do this. I think we do endurance sport and we put ourselves out there competitively because it's hard and because we like the challenge. We like problem solving. We like trying to figure out, how do I get myself to this place? And whenever the path ahead is not particularly clear, that can be a really, really tough place to be in. And whenever something that you love to pour your time and effort into gets sort of stripped away, you really need to focus in on something else. You need to zone in. And I was able to find a place in my head and in my life where I was able to fully lock in on this rebuild, not even really thinking about it as a rebuild, but fully lock in on this maintenance and advancement of my fitness through different modes, through swimming, through getting in the pool, through hammering the sauna sessions, through hammering the rehab, and getting loads of volume in on the bike, both intensity and aerobic volume. It's important for us athletes to occupy this mindset a lot of the time, but it's also really good to be able to take yourself out of it and do completely different things that have absolutely nothing to do with training and racing. And through bottle feeding lambs that we had in our house for a couple of weeks, and going away for nights in the van to just process and talk through things, and also just not talk about running at all, that has been massively valuable. But all focuses are now on Slovenia. I am on the 50k team, and we are, like, IMRA have taken a gamble on me, and I am going to do everything in my power to make sure that that gamble pays big.